The moment Samantha Markle hinted that now results could be revealed in court, everything changed, not slowly, not quietly, but all at once like a switch flipped behind palace walls, and suddenly the entire narrative that had been carefully protected for years started shaking under pressure. Because this wasn't just another interview. This wasn't just another bitter back and forth. This was something colder, sharper, something that sounded like a warning disguised as a statement, and people immediately understood the implication. Court means evidence. Court means documents. Court means something that can't just be brushed away with silence or PR spin.
Things just got a whole load worse for Meghan Markle because her sister Samantha ain't going anywhere.
The stories would come out. So apparently, according to other journalists, we found out that there were a lot of porcupines probably told to the royals and even to Harry when they met her, and in order to cover up.
Many people doubt Meghan has long been a mother. Following her attendance at Northwestern University, Meghan began dating Joe Giuliano, and the couple got married after having a child when Meghan was almost 20.
I wrote to the state of California birth records office. I wrote to them and I said, I don't have documentation. All I have is this data. They conducted a search with finding if a Rachel Meghan Markle had given birth in the state of California, if she has any other children. You'll be surprised to see what they gave me.
They can't find the child, Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, but they did tell me that a Miss Rachel Meghan Markle gave birth to a child in 1997. They can't disclose the details because those were sealed. And look at the date these documents were sealed.
So all of these lies started coming out, but we didn't know that she had told the royal family so many porcupines.
According to reports, Noelle was born in or around 1999, which fits the timeline perfectly.
You know, I think as she told it, she approached me.
Given her appearance, Noelle does share some similarities with Joe and Meghan, and she's even more like Meghan.
So it makes sense. Oh my God, I've got to keep everybody away because
it was a dreadful thing to do and actually completely wrong. He is quite hard and harsh.
Very clear to me at the time that, you know, we were together, I would say. Yeah, she had a very clear idea of where she wanted her path to take.
How does she see the children's, and she's put the children's in inverted commas, time being split between them, and how does she think their lives will be?
People like Meghan will always stay with the man if there's no better option.
Every single time she gives another speech about being authentic or living your truth from her massive California mansion. Millions of people stop and think, is she serious right now? And that's exactly where the tension begins to build. Because the more this perfect image is repeated, the more people start questioning it. The more they rewind old clips, reanalyze old interviews, and suddenly nothing feels casual anymore. Every word feels rehearsed. Every smile feels calculated. And right in the middle of that growing suspicion comes Samantha Markle. Not loud, not chaotic, but controlled, almost surgical, dropping a line that sounds simple on the surface, but carries something explosive underneath.
Meghan Markle is one of the most ruthless social climbers I've ever met in my entire life. And anyone who thinks she wants to get out of the fame element of all this is living in cloud cuckoo.
Samantha Markle just dropped a hint that blew up everything we thought we knew. And this wasn't some random angry post. This was different. This felt planned, dangerous, like she's been sitting on something big. And that's what makes this moment different from everything that came before. Because Samantha Markle isn't reacting anymore. Samantha Markle is positioning carefully, deliberately, like someone who knows exactly how much to say and exactly how much to hold back. And when the word court enters the conversation, people don't hear drama. They hear consequences, they hear timelines, they hear the possibility that whatever has been hinted at for years might finally be forced into the open where it can't hide behind silence.
It is pretty extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, I think she's just got so used to lying that maybe, in my opinion, she believes the lies she tells. I don't know, but either way, she's just been so consistently loose with the truth.
But what if it's all fake? What if the whole thing was designed to fool you from day one? Because Samantha just suggested that's exactly what happened. And if she's right, this changes everything. Because if something is revealed in court, it doesn't stay a rumor anymore. It becomes part of a record. Something that can be examined, challenged, verified, and that possibility alone has sent people into a frenzy, digging, connecting, comparing timelines that suddenly don't line up as neatly as they once did. Questioning stories that once sounded polished but now feel incomplete, like like pieces were removed before the public ever got to see the full picture.
Talk to Andrew Morton, talk to Tom Bauer. All of these people that have written books about her have been like, it's a struggle to get to the truth of who this female was before she meets Prince.
Now look, there's no smoking gun yet. No leaked documents or secret tapes. Right now it's all whispers and hints. But here's the thing. When your own sister starts suggesting you've been lying about your entire past, people listen. And people are listening now more than ever. Because this isn't coming from an outsider. This is coming from someone who was there before everything changed. Before the spotlight. Before the narrative was carefully constructed. And when that person starts talking about things being revealed in court, the tone shifts completely. Because it suggests that whatever is coming isn't just meant for headlines. It's meant to stand under scrutiny.
Became hypersensitive and blamed the media for the crashes of his relationship.
She'll cry about privacy while calling photographers. She'll preach about helping the poor while wearing clothes that cost more than most people make in a year. She'll talk about being silenced while literally never shutting up. And suddenly, all of these contradictions that people once ignored start stacking up, forming a pattern that's hard to unsee, and that's where the real panic begins. Not in public statements, not in official responses, but in the silence. Because silence in moments like this doesn't calm anything, it amplifies everything. It makes every unanswered question feel heavier. Every missing detail feel intentional.
He's moved on. He has put Meghan behind him. He probably is not interested in people bringing up his past relationship. He has 3 children now.
And the craziest part, she seems to think nobody notices. Like we're all just supposed to nod along while she contradicts herself every other week. The audacity is almost impressive because now people aren't just watching, they're investigating, pulling apart old narratives, looking for the cracks that were always there but never fully visible. And Samantha Markle doesn't need to prove anything yet. Samantha Markle just needs to keep that possibility alive that something exists, something that could be revealed under oath, something that could force answers where there has only been silence. And the more that idea spreads, the more intense the pressure becomes. Because once people believe that something might come out in court, they stop asking if it's real and start asking when it will happen. And that shift from doubt to anticipation is where everything starts to spiral, where theories multiply, where old clips resurface, where every detail becomes evidence in the court of public opinion.
For writing family off because it would seemingly justify and perhaps delay the revelation of all of the lies that she had told the royal family.
And this is where everything starts to feel less like noise and more like a countdown. Because once the idea of court enters the story, the entire game changes. And suddenly the silence that once protected everything begins to look like strategy, like something being carefully managed behind closed doors. Because if Samantha Markle is serious about NAR results being revealed in court, then whatever exists isn't just a rumor anymore. It's something that could be challenged, examined, and forced into the light in a way that no interview ever could. It's the kind of moment that makes you wonder if you're being pranked. But here's where everything explodes. A bomb that nobody saw coming. Not even the expensive PR teams working overtime on damage control. Because behind the scenes, people are already asking the question nobody wants to say out loud: what exactly would be revealed? And why now, after all this time, after years of carefully controlled narratives, after years of silence whenever things got too close to uncomfortable territory, why introduce something as final and irreversible as court? Unless there's a reason, unless there's timing, unless this isn't random at all. And the deeper people dig, the stranger everything starts to look. Because old interviews begin to feel different when you watch them knowing what might be coming. Old statements start to sound incomplete, like parts of the story were always missing, but nobody knew where to look. And now suddenly everyone is looking in the same place at the same time, waiting for something to surface. For years, they've sold us the perfect story. Poor Meghan, the Martin Cinderella who found her prince, escaped the evil royals and became this perfect hero fighting for justice. It's neat, it's simple, it sells, and that's exactly what's at stake here. Because if even a small part of that story is challenged in court, it doesn't just create headlines, it creates doubt. And doubt spreads faster than anything else, especially when it's backed by the possibility of evidence. Because once people believe that proof might exist, they don't wait for confirmation, they start building their own conclusions, connecting dots that may or may not even belong together. But now people are saying the whole story was edited like a reality show where they cut out all the ugly parts. That perfect image, it might be completely fake, and that's where the panic really sets in, not in what has been said, but in what could be said next. Because Samantha Markle hasn't revealed everything, Samantha Markle hasn't shown anything concrete yet, and that restraint is what what makes it more intense, because it suggests control, it suggests timing, it suggests that whatever comes next isn't going to be accidental, it's going to be deliberate. Meanwhile, the internet is doing what it always does when something like this appears, amplifying it, stretching it, turning every possibility into a theory, every silence into confirmation, every delay into suspicion, and the longer nothing is officially addressed, the louder those theories become until they start to feel like facts simply because they're everywhere. And the craziest part, she seems to think nobody notices, like we're all just supposed to nod along while she contradicts herself every other week. The audacity is almost impressive, because now every contradiction becomes part of the narrative, every unanswered question becomes a focal point, and the idea that something might be revealed in court transforms those questions into pressure. Real pressure. The kind that doesn't fade after a news cycle. The kind that builds until something breaks. And here's the part that no one can ignore anymore. If Samantha Markle is bluffing, then eventually that bluff gets exposed. But if Samantha Markle isn't bluffing, if there really is something that could be revealed under oath, then this isn't just another controversy. This is something that could permanently change how everything is seen, how every past statement is interpreted, how every silence is remembered. Samantha Markle just dropped a hint that blew up everything we thought we knew. And this wasn't some random angry post. This was different. This felt planned, dangerous, like she's been sitting on something big. And that's why people aren't moving on from this, because it doesn't feel finished. It feels like the beginning of something, like the first move in a sequence that hasn't fully played out yet. And the longer it stays unresolved, the more intense it becomes. Because uncertainty is what keeps people watching, keeps people questioning, keeps people digging. Right now, everything is balanced on that one idea that something could be revealed in court, and until that either happens or is proven impossible, the pressure doesn't go away. It grows, quietly, steadily, building behind the scenes while everyone waits for the moment when speculation either collapses or turns into something no one can ignore anymore.